go. Alright. Hi everyone. This is Samuel Bellow, your success engineer. Happen to be traveling with my co-pilot, my bride, my beautiful wife, Dominique. Alright. Today I want to address a subject that I think is very dear and near to most people's hearts. Money. Money. We never talk about that. However, I think we need to. Oftentimes we find people work all the time for their money. They work, go to work, come home, get paid, and the money is spent. Oftentimes it's spent before they even get it. So why does that happen? Why is it the more we earn, the more we spend? A lot of times that happens because people don't really have a plan for money. If you have a plan for it, then you have a better opportunity to, you know what it's intended for. You know what you're going to do with it. And what does that mean? Well, you then can make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And that is such an important thing, and it's a heck of a concept, because here's another tip. If you understand, and if we teach our children this, and these are concepts that we really should teach our children, because they're the future and they're the ones that really need to know. Oftentimes it's not taught in school, so we as parents, we as adults, teach our children and teach other people's children these concepts, and guess what? They'll grow up and be way better off than us in their thought process and how they act and do things and how they handle and treat money. Well, here's a concept. A portion of all you earn is yours to keep. A portion of all you earn is yours to keep. That doesn't mean you keep everything. That doesn't mean that you spend everything. What that means is you are the steward of your money. Your money is a tool that you use to buy goods and services. Your money is a tool that you use in order to handle your affairs and to accomplish the things you need to accomplish. Food, clothing, shelter, etc. Donating, taking care of other folks, helping other people out. So that's what your money is for. But a portion of all you earn is yours to keep. So if you don't keep any of it, then you'll never be able to have your money work for you. You want your money to create other money. You want your money to give, to be like pregnant dollars giving birth to multiple dollars. And how do you get to that position? Well, here it is. Let's talk about a plan for your money. If you have a plan for your money, you have a better opportunity then to actually know exactly what you're going to do with your money. So here's a plan. If we looked at money and said, okay, what I want to do is this. Let me kill this. See, that's what happens when you're doing live video. All kinds of stuff happen. So, we'll get back to that call. Sorry for the interruption, but here's the plan. The plan for your money. Let's consider three accounts that everyone should have. 3 accounts, and we'll expand from that. 3 accounts for your money, which means your money is designated to go in 3 places. 1, a income account. So go to your bank, open up an account, call it, name it your income account. All money you earn goes into that account. Anytime you sell something, you get paid, you get a paycheck, put it in that account. Then from that account, you do all your other, your money goes into the other accounts, and all your transactions take place from there. What does that mean? Your second account, everyone should have a savings account. Because if a portion of all you earn is yours to keep, where are you going to keep it? Not in a shoebox. Keep it in a savings account. And incidentally, that income account should be an interest-bearing account, whether that's a savings account, whether that's a money market account, but an interest-bearing account. So it also draws, it also creates more money for you. So now you transfer, let's deal with 10%. 10% of everything you earn should go into your savings account. Number 1, pay yourself first. You've heard this concept. It's nothing new. 10% should go into the savings account. In 10 months, if all you earn, you take 10% from your income account and transfer it into your savings account, what happens in 10 months? In 10 months, you actually have $1 month's salary, 1 month's worth of what you earned in, you'll be able to have 1 month of all your income right there in that savings account. So for whatever the reason, you didn't have a job, no more income, at least you can survive off of 1 month that would be there in that savings account. But we're not talking about losing, we're only talking about gaining, just the concept. If you transfer 10% into that savings account, what does that mean? That means in 2.5 years, 2.5 years, you will have 3 months of income, 3 months of your monthly income in that account. So what's the third account? The third account is a checking account that everyone should have, because from your checking account, that's where you will transfer the money that, and your checking account, keep in mind this, most checking accounts, they don't draw interest, most. So what you want to do is keep the minimum amount in your checking account. Keep the minimum amount. That way you always know what you're spending. If you just transfer all your money in your checking account, oftentimes people don't balance their checkbooks, they don't keep track of the money, and they spend or overspend what's in it. But if you know you have a minimum amount in there, then you know anytime you spend money, you need to transfer from your income account into that checking account. You can do it electronically, you can do it online, you can physically go into the bank to do it. Sometimes you can just make a phone call to transfer the money. But you don't want to float money, bounce checks, or things of that nature. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to manage that money. So if your money, if you already know that your money has an intended use and you are going to spend money, when you spend it to pay a bill, then you know how much that bill is. Then what you do then is transfer that amount of money into the checking account and spend it. Here's what you do with bills. You gather your bills, you look at the due dates, you get that information through the mail oftentimes, you write it down or put it in your computer and figure out how much you're going to have to pay this week, this month, whatever those dates are. You then write your checks, or you determine how much it's going to cost, and you transfer that amount of money into the checking account, and then you pay your bills from that. So you are always in control of your money, and your money is not in control of you. So that is a real powerful, smart thing to do, right? So now, what other accounts can you have? Here are some other accounts. Once you get those 3 basic accounts down, then you can add a 4th account. The 4th account could be a spending account or a major spending account, major purchases account. And what does that mean? That means if you have something that you're interested in, whether that's a new set of tires for the car, a new car, whether that's new clothing, whether that's redoing, decorating the home, whatever your situation is, something you want to purchase, then you set money aside for that. And when you have that specific amount set aside, then you make your purchase. So you're transferring money from your income account into that major purchasing account or your spending account. And then you buy the things you want from that account. So you'll take that money when it gets to, say there's something you want to buy and it's $250. Once you have $250 in that account, you then go out and buy it. Don't buy it before you have the money. And don't say, oh, I'll cover it later, or I have it in my savings account. No, don't touch your savings. Leave that alone. Don't fool around until you have the appropriate amount of money for the desired purchase in that account. Then you transfer that money from that major purchase or spending account back into your checking account, make your purchase from that. Hopefully I'm not going too fast and confusing you. There's a purpose for this. It seems like it may be a lot of steps, but it puts you in control of your money, as opposed to your money being in control of you and your life. So the beauty of that is you now have your money working for you, because when it is in every single account, you're drawing interest. So what does that? That means your money is making money for you. Such an important thing, such a major thing. Now that's 4 accounts. 4 accounts we talked about. Let's review those real quick. You have your income account where all the money you earn goes into that account. You have your savings account because a portion of all you earn is yours to keep. So you transfer 10% or 5% if you can't live up off of 90% of your income, 5%, and work your way up to 10. Soon you'll be at 20, then 25. And it'll be great when you get to 50%. Live off of 50% of your income, and the other 50% you're saving. You're making purchases. You're doing things that you want to do when you want to do it with the people you want to do it with. The third account that we talked about, your checking account. That's where you actually pay your bills. That's where you actually make your purchases from your checking account. Most often, it's not an interest-bearing account. If you happen to have an interest-bearing account, that's great too. The fourth account is your major purchases account, or your spending account. And guess what? You can actually add, once you manage those 4 accounts and get accustomed to how to manage those, you can add a 5th one, which will be your investment account. The investment account is an account that you put money in, and it's for the purpose of earning more money for you, for whatever the reason. But it's your investment account. It's the money that, if you're into stocks and bonds, bonds is pretty safe. Stocks, as we know, recently have not been very safe. So what you will want to do is you want to put some money in an investment account. There are lots of types of investments. We're not going to go into what investment is best for you, but don't worry about that money, because that money is something that you want to actually start setting up and making more money for you. So again, if you have a plan for your money, then you'll often find you will wind up, and it's a habit. You wind up developing habits that will actually work for you, instead of, again, working for them. So make your money work for you. Don't work for your money. Make sure that you pass on, teach down, and let's get our children to understand these concepts, that a portion of all you earn is yours to keep. They then very quickly will come to realize, respect, and understand that they don't spend everything that they have, and certainly don't spend more than they have or get. And don't spend your future earnings, because then you're eating the seed before you're able to plant it and let it grow. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope that we are able to teach our children these types of concepts. And I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future generations, and I look forward to the great things that others will do way beyond us. So let's teach our children how to stand on the shoulders of giants, and let's become those giants for them, so that they will be able to stand taller and higher and do greater things than we've ever done. So I wish you all, again, this is Samuel Bellow, your success engineer. I wish you all a good day today, a better day tomorrow, and a more prosperous and productive year to come. Until next time.